Your company is shopping for a new phone system, and Cloud PBX is definitely on the table. You've heard about a service provider called 8x8, and you're wanting to know what the reviews are on them, what customers think about them. Well, I've been a telecommunications broker for 18 years, so I know a lot of these providers inside and out, and I wanted to make a quick video on my review of 8x8. Especially for mid-sized companies from about 100 to 5,000 employees. So small companies are kind of in their own category, and enterprise organizations are in kind of a different category. But this review specifically is for mid-sized companies. Before I get started, I wanted to lay out some of the overview or some ground rules about what I'm about to say. Now, number one, first and foremost, if you want to see a demo of 8x8 or get pricing on them, don't call them directly, contact me instead. I'll make sure you get paired up with the right people at their company. I'll make sure that you get a great demo and a great quote. A lot of times when you get pricing from our company as a broker, you're gonna get much better pricing. And at the end of the day, you'll also get kind of VIP customer service with them if that's the service provider you choose to sign up with. So if you wanna take a look at them, pricing, demo, all that stuff, contact me, don't call them directly. Also, there's a ton of features out there. There's a lot of things that are good about 8x8. There's no way I have time in this video to list every single cool thing about 8x8. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you the things that I see most often that 8x8 is doing well with our mid-sized customers. And last but not least, as always, I only talk about positive things when I do reviews on service providers. So you're not gonna hear anything negative about 8x8 today. Okay, so to start with, 8x8 is, in my mind, one of the top service providers to look at for a mid-sized company. First and foremost, because it's really highly rated on Gartner. So when you look at service providers to evaluate, that's always a good resource to go to. So they are highly rated on there, so they're gonna pass the test of getting them approved with your management team pretty easily. It's gonna give you some assurances as the IT team that say, hey, we're looking at 8x8 and they're listed really highly on Gartner and they've been there forever. They're one of the longest standing business cloud PBX providers out there. So you can't really go wrong with the reliability and credibility side with 8x8. Another thing 8x8 does really well for mid-sized businesses is they have a fantastic international or global footprint. That's one of their strengths. So if your company has global locations, 8x8 is definitely a possibility because they have more global reach than most of the other cloud PBX service providers out there. Something else I really like about 8x8 is that they've got their own proprietary platform for both what our industry calls UCaaS, which is your normal PBX services, as well as cloud contact center or call center services. So no matter which of those services you need, it's on 8x8's platform and it's all merged together. So it's not kind of pieced together from different vendors. A lot of vendors you'll see they really specialize in the PBX application, but then they use a third party that's white labeled for the cloud contact center side. So even though it's white labeled, it's coming in on a separate application. But with 8x8, it's all the same application. So you get to just kind of pick and choose. Do we need call center for this user or do we just need a regular PBX seat? But it's the same application either way. And it's all through 8x8. It's all the proprietary platform. So that's kind of good for mid-sized companies because mid-sized companies typically have some type of a call center application, whether it's help desk or customer service, or maybe it's a full-blown call center. Usually there's some type of call center involved in one way or another. Something that 8x8 does that's great about them too is they allow you to mix and match user license. They have several different levels of user licenses that all include different features. So based on your user's needs, you can kind of mix and match. So if you have some common area phones like a conference room or things like that that really don't need any features or voicemail, it's a lot less expensive for those seats on their platform as it is for maybe a super user who wants all types of analytics and call center features and things like that. So you can mix and match those types of users and everything in between, which is great for a mid-sized company because mid-sized companies have lots of different types of users. Something else that's really cool about 8x8 is they actually have their own proprietary conferencing platform. A lot of other cloud PBX service providers are white labeling another provider's conferencing platform like Zoom or WebEx or things like that, but 8x8 actually has their own proprietary, robust conferencing platform. And to take it a step further, they can do something really cool that really I haven't found any other service providers that can do. They can take, on a normal phone call, they can take that phone call all the way to a conference call without dropping the call. So say you're on a business call and you guys decide, hey, let's invite several other people. Let's just make this a conference bridge. So you can take a normal phone call on the 8x8 platform and transfer it over to your conferencing bridge, your audio conference bridge, without dropping the call. It just switches over to it and lets you know this is now a conference bridge. It's kind of a slick little feature that some companies really find useful. Another cool thing that 8x8 does, which is kind of a hot thing in the last year or so, is 8x8 can offer Microsoft Teams integration at no additional charge. So if your company is interested in using Microsoft Teams phone system as your end user application and not the 8x8 application, like for the soft phone, 8x8 integrates Microsoft Teams directly with their proprietary platform. So your users can use the 8x8 features, but the Teams app, the Teams soft phone app, and it's no additional charge. So especially in the last year or two, that's become a pretty popular little feature for them. And last but not least, 8x8 is a great company if your mid-sized company needs to meet a lot of compliance regulations like GDPR or HIPAA or PCI compliance, or you need a service provider that's ISO certified. 8x8's been around a long time and they have probably as many or more certifications for all those different compliance areas than I've seen any other cloud PBX provider have. So a lot of times that's great for a mid-sized company who needs that. So I hope that was helpful. Again, if you need a quote from 8x8 or you'd like to see a demo of it, reach out to me. I can arrange that, as well as have you take a look at others cloud PBX solutions that I'd recommend to put 8x8 side by side with. I'm a broker for all the major cloud PBX providers. I've been doing this again for like 18 years. And the nice thing is, if you're not familiar with the broker model, is that the cloud PBX service providers pay our company our broker fee. So that means your company doesn't have to pay us for us giving you recommendations and giving you suggestions, setting up demos for you, doing all the legwork for you. So there's absolutely no reason for you to start reaching out to cloud PBX providers on your own and getting quotes and having to haggle with all these salespeople. Just call me. I'm happy to help, and hope this video was helpful a little bit in learning more about 8x8. If so, don't forget to click the like button down below, and I will catch you on the next video.